Are your children trying to prepare for STEM careers and making sure that they have the foundation that is necessary to flourish in those careers in the future? Then you would want them to check out Counting to Calculus, which will prepare your children for the careers of the next frontier. I call 2026 to 2040 the next frontier. And what do I mean by the next frontier? Well, the reality is that robotics and rockets and AI and data science and data analytics and healthcare and medicine, all these fields are going to grow, and therefore we need more people who know mathematics and science to go into these fields. So how do we prepare people to go into those fields and flourish? Well, that's part of what Counting to Calculus can do for your child. That's what the curriculum can help your child do. There will be about 170 million jobs that will be created by 2030. And then there will be about 90 million jobs that will be displaced within that window. However, there's going to be more jobs, potentially, it says, right, from the data. It shows that there's going to be more job opportunities. But a lot of these job opportunities are partly tied to an understanding of science and mathematics. So Jensen Huang, when he was asked, what would he do if he was 22 years old? And he talked about the fact that he would think about things in the physical sciences, right? And the physical sciences have to do with math and physics, and well, physics and chemistry, but math is the backbone of physics and chemistry. So that's what Jensen Huang said. Elon Musk, similar, has repeatedly urged people to study math and physics first, calling them the foundation that every other technical skill builds on. So if you want your child or your children to understand or to prepare for the future, math and physics are going to be very important. Healthcare specialists, AI and quantitative tech, electrified fields, electricians, solar, wind techs, semiconductor technicians. A lot of these things have to do with an understanding of math and physics. So how do we prepare children to flourish in the healthcare specialties? They need to know mathematics, of course, they need to know biology, but biology requires that understanding of chemistry, and chemistry requires a deep understanding of algebra. So your child understanding algebra will help them do better in chemistry, and therefore they'll do better in going into the healthcare fields. Number two, AI and quantitative tech. Data science, AI, ML engineers, machine learning engineers, info security analysts, cybersecurity. It helps to know algebra. It helps to know calculus. It helps to know probability and statistics. All of that means that knowing math is the key to all those fields. And what about if somebody wants to work in the semiconductor space or be an electrician? Well, it's good to know Ohm's law. It's good to know some algebra. It's good to know some trig. It's good to know some basic calculus. It doesn't hurt to know more math. Knowing more math opens doors of opportunities for people. And so there are some jobs that are probably disappearing, some jobs that can be automated more easily. But then there's other jobs that are booming, jobs in the healthcare sector, cardiology, medical physics, which I'm a medical physicist, cybersecurity analysts, big data and artificial intelligence, so just data and artificial intelligence, machine learning specialists. All these jobs are going to grow, which means that understanding statistics, linear algebra, data science, calculus are going to be critical. That's what Counting to Calculus will unlock for you. These are the workbooks in the Counting to Calculus series. There's 16 workbooks in the series that are tied to specific textbooks, and we help children to reach their full math potential. We have all the way to Calculus 5. So a student could be in 10th grade in Calc 3, which is normally taught to kids in college. But if the child is ready, why don't we give them more mathematics? So we take children from the pre-K and kindergarten. We guide them through first grade, second grade, third grade, all the way through pre-algebra, algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry, pre-calc, calculus 1, calculus 2, calculus 3, statistics, data science, the whole journey. And we just let children keep growing at the pace of their mastery so that, again, they have more opportunities. The more math you know, the more opportunities you can have. And one of the things we do in Counting to Calculus is we ensure that every child also has an opportunity to basically reverse engineer. Okay, what do you want to do with your life, right? How do you want to help serve? Okay, and then how can we prepare you to get there? That's part of what we do with Counting to Calculus. So the highest math course a student completes in high school predicts their college completion better than many other indicators. So we need to make sure that they get to the highest levels of mathematics that they're capable of doing, and we make sure that no methods that hinder math learning are in the way. So we want to help every child to reach their full math potential, give them more opportunities, and that's part of why we provide Counting to Calculus for families around the world. Mastery, not age, should be the key. They should also understand the history and philosophy of the math and science that they're learning. And then I've been teaching math and science for about 15 years, 20 years if we include my years in the math lab at college. And I want to help students be able to bridge their knowledge of mathematics into other fields while also appreciating its beauty. So what are the next steps? You could take a diagnostic, you can book a call, and we can enroll you in the Counting to Calculus program. Our website is countingtocalculus.org. We look forward to working with you. Take care and have a blessed day.